and the other is in the back right corner of the theater. By order of state regulation, smoking is not permitted in the building. Thank you.
Here, tears this pot. Out of the pot, as I said. 1, 2. I think it's time to do it. Hail is murky. 5 more, 5. A soldier and a field. What do these hands bear me, please? No more that, my lord. No more that. You are out. Stop it. Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of radio never sweeten this little hand. Oh. Wash your hands. Put them on. Look, that's okay. I tell you yet again. Banquo is buried. You cannot come out of this grave. Wait. There is knocking at the gate. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Wait.
Turn off the light.
My name is Anka. I can't sleep. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm Polish. I've been in Europe for the past 3 years. And for the past 3 months, I can't get any sleep at all. I mean, at first I couldn't sleep for something like a month. Then I could, and I could again. Now for the past 42 days, or maybe it's 22 days, I can't get any sleep at all. I'm an actress. I can't get any parts due to my accent. They say I have an awful accent. Do I? Well, this is my husband, Jan. He can't sleep either. He's just pretending he's asleep. I know, because he can't sleep without the sleeping pills. And I hid it from him. He's in trouble. No, to tell you the truth, the pills, they don't help him. He loves searching for them. He's a writer. He was very famous in Poland once. Another piece came out in Paris, and the play of his was produced in New York. His name? Kropinski. Jan Kropinski. That's K-R-U-P-I-E-S-K-I. Never you heard it? Well, it's a good thing he's asleep. I mean, pretending he's asleep. Oh, look, down here. He's got a whole bunch of reviews. See, he got a real good one in New York Times. Another good one in, and a real bad one in the Village Voice. Oh, but look in here. I got an award for my portrayal of Lady Macbeth in Warsaw. Well, I know it's completely moronic, but here in America, you have to praise yourself, right? I mean, if you don't have confidence in yourself, then who is going to? Do I really have an awful accent? Well, I'm doing some work now for this art critic who's very well connected in Poland. He got me this job now at the Museum of Immigration. Every month, I dress up as a 19th century Polish immigrant. Well, you know the outfit, the babushka, the boots. The only thing is now, the museum is being repaired. Isn't he good at pretending he's asleep? I I taught him how. You see, it works out that he can't sleep. We're finished. Everybody in New York knows how to sleep. But now I'm getting him to learn how to be happy. You see, everybody in New York knows how to be happy. Most of the time he spends most of his days over here at his desk. He can sit like this for an hour or two, just sitting here. Then he says, what a strange country. That's all. What a strange country. I told him, I said, Jonathan, you will never make it here because you do not have a sincere smile. Everybody in New York has a sincere smile, and he has a nasty one. He took it pretty hard. You see, the only people in Eastern Europe with sincere smiles are either drunks or deformers. But yesterday I got him. He was sitting over here at this, practicing the art of sincere smile, checking it every so often in the mirror. I said, Jonathan, you should write a play about Polish English. He said, no, the subject is too boring. Either you make it or you don't.
What time it is?
One hour later than usual. Lately you've been asking what time it is at 3 in the morning. Now it is 4 in the morning.
You were screaming again. Lately you're screaming and sleep all the time.
Do I?
You sit up in the bed and you scream. Oh my gosh!
Shh, wake up everybody in the building.
Then you go back to sleep immediately.
Immediately.
But then I can't fall asleep.
Yes, I know. In the morning, you have your lecture at Staten Island Community College, where they pay you nothing, but they help us out with our application of the green card. And you hate all your classes because how can you teach from Scotland to school to drive to school in sports car? All right, let's sleep. Oh my God!
What are you dreaming about?
Nothing. I wasn't.
You weren't dreaming about anything.
No, I wasn't asleep.
Why do you start screaming?
I don't know.
Maybe you were dreaming that we were back in Poland.
No.
Or that somebody broke into the apartment through the window.
But we have heavy iron bars on those windows. Nobody can get through these.
No harm in checking. No, with those bars there, it would be impossible for anyone to get through that window. Your dreams are absolutely no money.
Oh my God! Oh, no!
Cut it out! You'll wake up that old bag on Nitas. She'll call the super. Oh, he's been waiting for chance to betray the boss. Do you know how much he gives for an apartment like this? Nowadays, in a neighborhood like this, on the Lower East Side.
Oh, it's a terrific neighborhood, all right. Some apartment, constantly broken into. 5th floor without an elevator. Cold in the winter, hot in the summer. You can't even plug up an air conditioner.
We can't afford an air conditioner.
Mug airs, rate
Oh, it's a neighborhood for artists.
for cockroaches.
What do you have against cockroaches? New York is full of cockroaches. They're everywhere. Even in the million houses.
How do you know? Have you ever been to a millionaire's home?
Cockroaches don't spread infection, and they only eat garbage. Do you remember Gregor?
Gregor who?
Gregor, the hero in Kafka's Metamorphoses. The one who was transformed into a cockroach. His sister used to bring him fresh rolls and cheese and milk, and he wouldn't even spit on them. The only thing he wanted was garbage.
I can see and touch our caviar.
Even if they did eat, how much food could a cockroach eat?
All right. There's the rats who eat food.
They're mice.
The rats!
They're big mice. Anyhow, they eat the cockroach.
How do you know?
Because I watched them. Oh, Anka.
No, Jan. I hear that the rats eat the children.
But we don't have any children. Oh, no, for God's sake, don't start that again about having a baby. You know, that's all we need, a baby. I would like to know where we put it.
Over there.
What about us?
Over here.
What about me? Where would I do my writing?
You're not doing any right.
That's because I don't have anything to write about.
Oh, have you ever thought about writing nursery rhymes?
Oh, what about the baby?
Oh, but that would take care of everything. You'd start writing again. You'd have no other way out.
No. I'd always have one way out, on that window.
With those heavy iron bars.
Oh. Let's go to sleep.
Let's.
Oh.
Shara.
What time is it?
4:10.
Who could be calling us at this time of the
I
night?
have no idea.
Burglars. Maybe they're calling to check and see if they're in.
Well, if you're so curious, why don't you answer?
Or maybe it's the super. You know, I told you not to pound on the floor like that.
No.
Maybe it's
Oh, stop that whispering. I can't stand it when you whisper. You always whisper when you're afraid. Maybe it's so.
Can't you be?
Can't you be?
To scare me.
But why would I want to scare you?
Because they know I'm a writer, I'm an energy writer, and I can write something.
But you're not writing anything.
I can start at any time.
What did you start, Yanni?
I don't have anything to write about.
Yanni, why would they want to scare you? You're already afraid of being. Maybe it's the Office of Immigration calling you.
What for?
I don't know. Oh, but maybe our visas expire.
But they promised us we get green cards.
But we haven't got it. We have to go for another interrogation.
No, it's not an interrogation. It's an interview. In fact, we got the notice to go means that everything's fine. Millions of people in New York are just waiting for that.
For an interrogation?
No, for an interview.
Maybe it's someone from your calling. The time is different there, right? What time is it there now?
What time is it here?
Cross the passport.
But in New York, it must be
In the morning.
Yes.
Then it has to be someone from your
Oh,
calling.
Anthony's in France. Maybe he's calling us. But what do you think he wants from us?
I don't know.
Oh, I know, of course. He must be jealous.
Jealous of what, Yanni?
What do you mean of what? He emigrated only to Paris. Died here in New York and I had made it here.
But you haven't made it here, Yanni.
Oh, but he doesn't know that. And maybe we should answer the phone.
Maybe we should, but maybe you go on. Go on.
Oh, damn it! Why did you tell me not to answer me? Now it's too late.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could you come here, please, the both of you? Seat. So, is something wrong with your leg? You're limping a bit.
Oh, no. My leg just fell asleep, that's all.
Ah,
Oh.
one more. Thank you. Now it's your turn, lady. Come on. There we go. One more. Get your piggy in there. Oh, thank you.
No, immigration asks everyone the same question.
Absolutely. Everyone?
Did you come to America with the intention of engaging in prostitution?
Oh, no, take it as a compliment.
Oh. No, I did not. But excuse me, sir, but what is this?
Thank you. Did you come to America with the intention of killing the President of the United States?
Is that a standard question?
I'm waiting for your answer.
No, to tell the truth, I don't understand.
Well, thank you. That's all we needed to know.
No,
No more
that's all.
questions, huh?
No more?
No more. Have a good day. Have you ever been treated for VD?
What kind of VD?
Well, that's exactly what I'm asking you.
Oh, no, never.
And you?
No, never.
Well, thank you. You'll be notified when to appear for your next interview.
The old fiancé.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse
Yes?
me. Is it possible for us to obtain a temporary work permit? You see, we're in a little bit of financial difficulty. Nothing serious.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's impossible. But listen, don't you worry. As long as you don't work without a permit, you can sleep in peace.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Please, thank you very much.
No problem. Have a nice day.
You have a nice day too. You know, Yannick, what I'd really like to know is that if you came to America with the intention of killing the president, you would give him an answer. Is crabs a venereal disease?
You never mentioned to me that you had crabs.
No. I'm only mentioning now to keep the conversation going.
Interesting. I have no idea whether crabs is a venereal disease or not. I never gave it much thought. You know, in Poland once, I met a guy who spent 5 years in prison. And, I want to tell you that he told me he was very glad he had a rat in his head. No, you see, they became dreams.
Stop! The last time you told me that story, the guy was glad to have some spider in his
Oh, no. I'm sure it was a rat. The spider was in a Dumas book, in the Count of Monte Cristo Part 2. Anka, look! Oh, that cockroach was the size of a sparrow!
Well, he can go!
Oh, it got away. It went back into the cracks of the floor. Oh. It ran back into the cracks, because that is where they do their hatching. You know, the cockroaches, they hatch eggs during the day, and they hunt at night. It's interesting, though. Cockroaches don't like coffee. Oh, God, how I hate that old hog! She gets excited at this slightly sound.
Calm down.
Why doesn't she ever go to sleep? Oh, God.
What is wrong with you?
You know, when I first met that old hag, and she threatened to call the police on me, I understood for the first time in Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment that it's not a theoretical problem whether killing one's own fellow man is ever justified. You know, I bet Dostoevsky lived in a building in St. Petersburg. We did not have just like that directly underneath him. That's where he got the idea. Cockroaches are fast learners. There's no doubt about that. It's strange though. There are no cockroaches in Poland. Maybe they locked them all up somewhere. No, or maybe they sent all the cockroaches off on indoctrination course.
No.
No, Anka. The cockroaches, all the older ones, they're much more cunning. And the younger ones, they don't run for cover when you turn the lights on. No, I'm serious. Let me see. No, come on. No.
All right.
Look. Over there. Well, if I'm talking about the littlest ones.
Don't say!
Oh, no. Not the baby. No. All the older, smarter ones. Run straight under the boards. It's interesting. Cockroaches don't like coffee.
There! You hear that? That is the same one as yesterday. That siren. Please listen. There is where it gets stuck. Here.
All the sirens sound the same.
No, but listen. There. It goes down to the low register. Listen, don't you hear that?
You're
It is the same
talking
one as
nonsense.
yesterday.
You're talking nonsense. Uncle.
No, I am trying to tell you, Yannick, that siren, it has a personality all of its own. Yesterday, it was going. Oh. Today it goes. Oh. It is trying something fancy. It is trying to tell us something.
That there's a fire somewhere? Listen, will you Anka, I have a lecture in the morning.
Yes, I know you have your lecture at Franz Kappel, concentrate to school in Mitsubishi. You are just envious of them with their Mitsubishi.
I won't be able to fall asleep. No, I won't be able to fall asleep.
Milk!
No,
Yes,
no.
milk. Hot milk, milk will help us get to sleep.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I meant to say hot milk. Hot milk will help us sleep.
I hate milk, especially hot milk. I love cold milk. Oh, Anka, you look awful. No, actually, you look good.
I can't sleep.
Well, neither can I.
I know. You look like a corpse.
Like a corpse.
That's right, like a corpse. I think milk would help us both do a lot of good.
Didn't we already try that?
Yes. You know, Yannick, I didn't think you'd have the nerve to go up there.
I took the elevator to the 90th floor. They're on several floors.
I didn't know that.
The 19th, the 21st, and the 23rd.
Three whole floors?
3 whole floors.
Well, I hope you went there right before noon.
Why?
But that's the best time to see Americans. Before noon, before they get something to eat for lunch.
Here in America, nobody asks you what you had for lunch, but who you had to eat. That's where I got there after 2.
Oh, I see.
And, well, there's this dirty old corridor. And on the right, behind glass window, there was this receptionist acting like guard. You know, like in police headquarters. A blonde, not that bad.
Was she young?
Hey,
Wearing glasses?
why do you ask?
Oh, listen, I just thought she might be wearing glasses.
Oh, no, she wasn't wearing glasses. You know, I thought the office of such an influential magazine would look a little different.
Like what?
Well, I thought that the antiques and the old china and the flowers and the Chagall's paintings, you know, everything in good taste. But you know, Anka, their walls, they look just like our walls. So I went over to her.
To whom?
The guard, blonde, and I smiled.
Oh, God, Yannick, you didn't have to do that.
No, that is where you're wrong. She liked my smile and she smiled back. You know, not everyone thinks the same way you do, Anka.
Well.
So then I told her I'd like to see the editor.
And?
And then she looks me over very carefully.
She looked you over very carefully.
Very careful. And she smiled again.
Did she call the editor?
No. No, she sat down for a little bit. But then she came back and she told me the editor would see me immediately.
Immediately?
Well, that's right, immediately. Well, I mean, you can imagine how I felt.
So what, did you get to see the editor?
Yes, then I saw the editor.
The editor himself?
The editor himself.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
He didn't give you his card?
No, he doesn't have a card. Does Reagan need a card?
No, Reagan doesn't need a
Or
card.
does the Pope?
Personally, I deeply admire the Pope. But he's a little too bit religious for me.
So then I introduced myself, and he told me he was very interested in me. Poland, solidarity, Papa Windsor.
Did he offer you coffee?
Yes. And I gave him my story.
Did he take it?
Of course he took it. Then he told me I should come back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
That's a very short time, Anka. You have no idea how long these things usually take. So then I apologize for taking up his time like that.
What he said?
Oh, he just laughed. But you know, it was a quick laugh. Huh!
That's weak. But you know, Yannick, you shouldn't worry because all Americans in responsible positions, they learn quickly as not to waste time. I think he liked you.
You know, I think he did too.
Well, that's great, Yannick. That is wonderful. That means that we can move out of this place and we can move up to 4th Street, where the neighborhoods are safer, the walls are thicker, you can snatch cockroaches and then they don't hear you downstairs. It'll be great, Yannick.
No, Anka, don't get excited. Go to sleep.
Yannick, I know perfectly well that you didn't go anywhere today. That you chickened out, that you feel bad, that you feel down, and that you hate yourself. I know that you didn't see the editor. And I even suspect Yannick, that you didn't get as far as the elevator.
Oh. Look at me. Do you see what I look like? Do you see?
Yes, I see.
And how can I go in there in the state I mean? You said so yourself. I look like a very sick man.
Oh no, I said you look like corpse.
Well, it's because I don't get enough sleep.
I know.
Oh, Anka. My buttons always fall off. I always spill my coffee. You know, I constantly bump into things. Can't go and have a drink with anyone because I spill it as soon as I can take a sip. You know, what I wanted to say wouldn't be so much nonsense if I just knew when to say it. Anybody who looks at me can say I don't get enough sleep.
So what, Yannick? Franz Kafka probably didn't get enough sleep either. And did you know the great German philosopher Max Schiller died of insomnia?
And that's just why nobody would ever take them seriously here.
Have a glass. Go on. Get a glass of milk.
Took an elevator to the 17th floor. Went over to the secretary. I looked at her. She looked at me. It all became clear.
What?
We're both insomniacs.
Don't bite your ears.
You know, that's exactly it. I looked at her, she looked at me, and we both bit our nails.
And then what happened, Yannick?
And then I noticed she had a button missing on her blouse. She noticed that my pocket was torn. So she tried to hide her buttons, and she spilled her coffee. Then I tried to cover up my pocket and dropped my manuscript all over the floor. You know, there's no way she's going to let me get in there.
Why not?
Insomniacs have fear and contempt for other insomniacs. Only a slipper can help me. Sound slippers. They run New York. The problem is trying to get to them. You see, the insomniacs, they won't let you because they're very crafty. And they wear these clothes and this makeup under their eyes. And they clean and they look well rested. You know, oh my God, the insomniacs are going to ruin everything.
No, Yannick.
No more than 10% of the people actually sleep.
Why is that?
Because of all the immigrants coming here. What do you think of my theory?
I think you've gone crazy.
You know, once I had a chance to get into the railroad of the sleepers, the Thompsons were going to introduce
Don't
me.
start that again.
Oh, you ruined everything. You behave like a barbarian.
I know the whole story by heart, Yannick. I want to know, how long are you going to pester me about this?
I want you to know, Anka, that I can't sleep. And I'm always pacing back and forth in this room, and I bump into the wardrobe. You see, I am unfit to live, and it's thanks to you.
Me? And what about that, huh?
What does that wheelchair have to do with
Oh,
it?
if only you hadn't brought that stupid thing home. You were so proud of yourself that day. You sent home like in a wheelchair. You asked him what was wrong. He said nothing. He was just trying to avoid paying the rent by being in a wheelchair. So, the very next day, you go out and you get this wheelchair, don't you?
God, it's a perfectly good wheelchair. I found it thrown out in the street as trash.
You wanted me to pretend to be an invalid and spend the rest of my life in that wheelchair. Isn't that right?
Absurd. What makes you think that?
Why did you bring it home, huh? Answer to me,
It's a
God.
perfectly good wheelchair in the mint condition.
No, you
It could be the pride of any home.
No. You were so curious to find out whether I knew how to use it or not. What?
Out of curiosity? Do you really think I'd make you spend the rest of your life in this wheelchair just to save $350 a month?
Of course I do, Jan. Of course I do. You'd make me spend the rest of my life in this wheelchair to save up $5 a month. You do me all the time.
Now you come back here. Anka, what are you doing? Anka, this is absurd. Have you lost your mind? Anka! Anka, you open this door. Anka, you open this door. What is it? You let
I can't hear you.
Anka, you come here. Anka! Anka, open this door. Anka,
You are such a baby, Jan.
$350 is a lot of money.
Do you want to go back to Poland?
I don't know.
Janek, we cannot go back.
I know. I'll go to the magazine tomorrow.
You won't ever go there, Janek. So stop lying to yourself and stop lying to me. You always lied to me.
No, I haven't. Not in Poland.
Did you not read to me T.S. Eliot's Wasteland and say you wrote it?
Tell me the best for you. My poems weren't as good. I loved you.
Janek, listen. You have to do me a favor. All the Polish immigrants here, they're going crazy. I implore you, do not lie. Once you start lying, you start believing those lies. You'll end up like Krishak, who believes she's making a movie, or Bernardo, who claims she's working for CBS. You'll end up like Dean, Janek. You will jump off the George Washington Bridge.
To get there, you'll need a car.
I don't know. It's hard. Hello? Oh, it's you, Zosha. It's Zosha calling from Queens.
Zosha.
Yes, Zosha. Oh, no. This is New York. It doesn't matter whether you call late at night or not. What? Oh, no. Look, we went out to the theater and then out to eat Chinese as usual. Huh? No, I'm for sure we call you before. You sure you didn't call us? Oh, no reason at all. What? Oh. Waldeck sold 6 paintings. Well, that's great. Huh? And a whole article in the Times. That's wonderful. I mean, that's great. That really is good. You know, you work hard enough, you'll make it. Hard-working talent. We? Well, Janek went to the editor of the New Yorker today, yes. And the editor, he really liked his work. Very interested in it, too. No, I'm for sure he didn't call you before. All right. Yes, well, you have a nice day, too. And give Walter our love. From both of us.
It's a strange country.
There, Janek. That is a real artist. What are we going to do, Janek?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Looking for sleeping pills?
Oh, well, here, let me help you.
There are at least 10 pills left in the bottle.
Oh. Well, what happened to these?
Well, they were here by the day.
Oh. Well, maybe you left them in the bottle.
No, Uncle. They were standing right here by the bay. Oh, look what I found here.
What?
Your amber jewelry. Ooh, and your leather edition of Faust. No. I remember you were going to sell this when we first got here.
I was only going to sell that as a last resort.
This is the last resort.
Nobody wants to sell the edition of Faust.
That's because it's German, and nobody wants the caviar because it's Danish. No, in Poland I specifically asked you to get Russian caviar, not the Danish caviar. The name of the tea room was the Russian tea room, not the Danish tea room.
No, look at that. No, that's not ours. God. And that's not our siren. You know, Jan, yesterday a pigeon tried to peck my eyes out.
Oh my God, go to sleep.
No, I went to the store to go get milk and I left the window open.
How many times I always tell you, you close that window before you go out.
No, listen. I came back from the store and there, sitting on the table, was a pigeon pecking at the potato.
Oh my God.
So I walked over to it. It looked at me directly. When it opened its beak and it hissed at me.
You mean cool.
No, cool. It hissed at me. And then his legs came out and his claws, it tried to pick my eyes out. Yes, it did.
Claws?
Claws. what, I'm scared. Very, very scared. But then, that pigeon stopped pecking at the potato and hopped out the window. That's when I realized that that pigeon had to be like that in order to survive. It wouldn't have survived otherwise. Everybody has to be like that pigeon, Yannick. Listen, you know that research has shown that the New York babies have smaller lungs, thicker eardrums, and more hair in their noses than the average Colorado babies. And to double out sound and inhale less air. They acquire this anti-pollution defense system, yes. They grow more hair in their noses. The windpipe from which the air comes is shorter. They have thicker skin and harder nails. That is what the latest research has shown.
Let's go to sleep.
My throat hurts, Yannick.
Oh, God.
No, it does. Look, this one right here.
That means somebody in your family will get sick.
It hurts a lot, though.
Well, take an aspirin. We have 4 left.
I have to go to the doctor.
Oh, my God. Take 2 now and 2 more in an hour.
It is a throat full of Yannick.
Come
Look.
on, God, listen to me. Head often hurt when you're under nervous stress.
Listen, you said the bicycle does it, right? Go get it from him. So I can go to
Okay,
the
I'll go.
Go today.
Okay, I'll go.
You know, Yannick, you should write a play about Sebastian. He worked at that shipyard in the night. Then he was arrested, beaten, and sent to prison. But then he escaped. They caught him. They said prison or leave the country. Now he is working at the Statue of Liberty, renovating.
I don't know, Anka. That sounds like socialist realism.
Oh, no. Americans, they will love
I
it.
don't think I'll be interested in that. Maybe if you're a Russian.
All right, we'll make him Russian. Just imagine a vicious snowstorm. The waves are rolling, full moon, and there, in the torch of the Statue of Liberty, stands the bystander, singing and Russian. Now, see, that would be great for Broadway, don't you think? My throat hurts, Yannick.
Oh, Anka.
No, it hurts.
Look how lucky his bicycle was. They knocked out his kid in the prison. Now he has no more problems with the dainties.
I don't do it.
Oh, Anka.
I'm worried about our apartment in Warsaw.
Oh, they took it away from us.
All clear under the bed. Nothing suspicious there.
Have you got the search warrant?
Oh, but who's conducting the search? Oh, don't take it to Hall 3 show. Rise above it. Let them insult if they want to. How do you like the apartment 3 show?
It stinks.
Don't turn up your nose 3 show. It's in the best part of Warsaw. 3 rooms. Oh, with the kitchen. And, the windows have a southern exposure. Don't they?
That's right. Which is what are we getting at, huh?
The tennis is too small.
Don't be so fussy, Risho. Oh, look at how big the bedroom is, huh?
After work, a guy wants to sit on the tennis with a bottle and think like over.
Stop that whistling.
No, the layout is not half bad. Ha! Look! You can take these bookshelves out and you've got plenty of room.
It stinks. That villa that belonged to that doctor suited me better. It had a garden.
The captain has his eye on the villa. Tell you, you'd better take it. For a writer, you're pretty good at whistling, pal. Guess that's what makes artist.
Listen here. We were searched 2 weeks ago. What is wrong with you?
Nothing. That's just the way he laughs. Oh, rise above it, Risho. It is not worth getting worked up. My God. You'd think we were dealing with some real slobs. Oh, but she is a famous actress, great artist. When we were going through that architect's apartment this morning on Nova Street, he started acting up. So Risho roughed him up a bit. And you know what, my friends? It is hard to believe that a supposedly cultured man with the benefit of a good education would scream like that. We felt embarrassed. That is for him.
Listen here. If you have this apartment, let me point out that this apartment is taken. That should be called.
What is the point of him pretending? I mean, why all this make-believe? Can't we talk this over like grown-ups? Isn't it obvious that you're going on a long trip?
Where to?
You're immigrating.
No, but I don't understand.
Oh, all the Jews are leaving.
Oh, but we're not Jews.
No, sorry. We are the ones to decide that.
Excuse me, please. Can I use your phone?
And just what are you scribbling there, pal? Oh, let me guess. Maybe you want to lodge a written complaint against us. Did you get that one, Rachel?
Hello. This is your little doggy calling.
Give your wife a hug for me.
The sergeant says hello. He wants to shake your shaggy little paw. What is it, my pet? I can hardly hear you.
Oh, that's because the line is bugged. Dial 111, get them to turn it off for a while.
I'll call you right back, my pet.
How can anyone live in a country like this? The ransacking for the progress seems a sheep. A total lack of freedom and justice and the erosion of one's moral principles. Whereas you're sitting pretty in New York, living it up in Manhattan, all the scotch you can drink, and the CIA finances the whole thing. A launch with a Susan Sun card, and then in the evening, as it's getting dark, the aliens come down in flying saucers. Well, I wouldn't mind going there myself, but somebody has to stay here and maintain order.
Hello, Lieutenant Marcinier. Yes, this is Sergeant Grisho speaking. Listen, do me a favor. Stop blocking the number I'm calling from for half hour. Yeah, the tennis is too small.
Of course it is a terrible loss for the country. A real brain drain. All the scientists and artists.
Hello, honey.
It's like chopping
Yes,
off
now
the
I can
whole
hear you
heart.
much better now.
There was this one
Yeah, there are
artist.
4 big rooms.
Now he said he loved his country and he refused to leave. And then, all of a sudden, it turns out he was a Japanese spy and he got 25 years. Ever been to Japan?
No, only to Bulgaria.
Excuse me, the wife wants to know if the heating works good in winter.
Yes, it works good.
She says it works good. But there are no cabinets in the kitchen, and there are windows, some of them double, and a TV set. Excuse me, the wife wants to know it's called color TV?
Oh no, it's black and white.
How? Oh, I'm sorry to say my pet is black and white. Can you imagine that?
Yesterday, a tiny band of 20,000 CIA agents, disguised as workers, came out on the streets of Warsaw, brandishing emblems of the long-defunct trade union Solidarity, and displaying petty bourgeois anti-social slogans demanding bread, meat, the reduction of prices, and the establishment of equality and justice. The outraged citizens of Warsaw, on their own initiative, called for the forces of law and order to use water cannons and tear gas to disperse the mob.
The picture is good, honey.
No, wait, that's just a little distortion. I'll try the other channel.
Demanding bread, meat, the reduction of prices, and the establishment of equality and justice. The outraged citizens of Warsaw, their own initiative, called for the forces of law and order to use water cannons and tear gas to disperse the mob.
Yes, that's much better now. I've got to get back to work, my pet. Mwah.
Listen, Miliu, I'm not letting you anywhere. You know, I have a right to stay here, and I'm going to make some tea.
Oh, could we have a cup of tea too, before we leave?
Excuse me, the wife wanted me to ask you for your autograph. We've seen all your movies. You're in the same nightgown, huh?
Sign it for her.
What is your wife's first name?
Catherine.
Oh, Lord, it's Lipton's. You know, I really like you. Just tell me one thing. You look smart. Why do you write?
Why?
Well, a smart man would never write. A smart man never leaves any trace behind him.
When they came here, Yannick, we had no idea we were going to immigrate. How did they know?
Oh, did you hear that, Felicia? She wonders how we knew.
You know, Yannick, you should really call the director.
You mean John?
Yes, John. He really liked your work. He thought it was very interesting.
I don't know, Anka. You're just saying that.
No, no.
Oh, Anka. It'd be a waste of time talking to him. The guy's a nervous wreck. He hasn't been able to finish anything in the past few years. You know, they say he hasn't gotten a decent night's sleep in over 2 years. His Finnish creative is Czechoslovakian. No, Anka. I'm not going to fuck with these. No. I know what's on your mind.
What would be the harm in having a baby?
Oh, Anka, where would we put these?
Over there?
What about
Over here.
What about me? Where would I do my
You're
writing?
not doing any
Oh,
writing.
Anka, I don't have anything to write about.
Well, write about me then.
About you?
Yes, about me.
What about you?
Write to think about me, Yannick.
Oh, Anka, there's nothing interesting about you.
Why would you really think about me, Dean?
Well, it wouldn't make any difference.
Yannick, if you had only written one sentence a day, that would be what? 365 times 3 minus the sun would be 939 sentences. That is at least one active left. No?
Well, country love and the mercy more than life. America.
What a strange country. I was born in a town that was Polish once. And it was Czech. Then it was Austrian. Then it was Russian. And now it's communist. When Stalin died, during a memorial ceremony at our school, the principal informed us that the leaders of the Polish People's Republic had decided to honor the memory of the greatest friend Polish children ever had by renaming our school Stalinovka and the town to Stalinova. So, the colonel of the Sacred Platoon interrogated me. He really liked the idea. I was lucky. He not only saved me from prison, but he showed a lot of interest in my career. Until he was transferred to Rome as an expert on religious affairs. You look at here's France, and Austria, Germany, the Soviet Union, Poland. All the boundary lines between these countries, they twist and they turn and they twitch like worms in a can. You look here though. Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Missouri. This country was laid out by someone who had technical training. Everything, the buildings and the streets, well, even the people are made well. That's what you call a neat job. Only the cockroaches. They haven't come out quite right. Ooh, Anka.
Oh, you're not going to use that on me. That is a terrible spray. Do you remember Blanche, the most successful Polish actress ever? Well, she worked at this bar as a bartender on the corner of Fifth Avenue and Second Street. Anyway, they were filming a Miller beer commercial there one day, and they went into ecstasies over her. Well, she married a producer, divorced him, and married another producer. Now she has got a full-length movie and a bottle from Paul. Do you know what she told me? She told me never use the spray. Always use that white powder stuff that you sprinkle evenly along the walls. She says that's poison. It dazes them. It causes them to reel like drunks. They start moving lower and slower. Here's them. Here's the next one. And to think that when I played Lady Macbeth in Warsaw, she was on the third week. I went to the park yesterday.
Yesterday we stayed home all day long. The last time we went out it was Sunday.
I went to the park on Sunday, Dean.
What for?
It was dark already.
What park?
Our park, the Thompson Square Park between Avenue A and B.
You mean to tell me you actually went to the park after dark?
That's right.
I don't believe you.
Well, the place was swarming with people.
I know. And the only thing you're afraid of is empty streets. Tell me something, Anka. What have you got against empty streets? If no one is in the street, no one is going to harm you. Do you remember that time at Orchard Street? You were so scared because it was absolutely empty. And then, at last, you breathed a sign of relief when you spotted that human being. And that was the human being that mugged us. How could you go into the park after dark?
Young, they think the park is quite safe.
What day?
The people who live in the park.
How am I supposed to get any writing done if you keep telling me things like
I
that?
went to the park, but I'm not doing any right things.
Did anyone bother you?
No,
Then you were lucky.
but I picked up someone.
Oh, Anka. What for?
Out of fear.
Fear of what?
Fear they were going to wind up living in the park.
Anka, the park is populated only by drunks, drug addicts, and the gangsters.
And no, the gangsters they live in Chicago. What?
Neurosis!
No, yeah.
What did you say?
Your wife is neurotic. God, just take a look at her. Be more considerate of her feelings. I don't think she's happy.
Why?
Because last night, I saw her in the park talking to herself.
Yesterday we stayed home all day long.
Oh, that's right. I think it was Sunday night. Don't worry. It's the mange, not fleas.
Oh, I see.
And you don't look too pimpy yourself. You booze?
No, I just can't sleep.
It's too bad. I thought you might have a bottle in around somewhere.
Oh, so you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's right. Now, the bedspreads are all right, but after a couple nights of steady rain, they're finished. Disposable items are always preferable. Take these foot warmers along. Come here.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Come on here.
Oh, I know, Papa.
Ah, this is absurd.
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. Oh,
There you go.
I don't understand.
There you go. Try them out. It's a very wise decision on your part. Why are you afraid of living in the park, children? Our park. It is the best park in the city. It is the only ideal location. If you plan on staying in Manhattan, of course.
What are you talking about? What park? We don't need the park. We already have an apartment here. We're paying rent. Well, we are behind on the last month's rent. And the last 2 months' rent. But besides, the boys keep promising you would owe us the money for the last 2 months' rent. Right, Yanni?
And there's my stool.
What are you doing? You are smashing our TV set.
Nope, now this stool of mine stood for an entire week on the corner of 5th Street and Avenue B.
I told you we should not have taken that TV set off the street. I know we didn't.
Don't
because
put into this.
No,
I will deal with you. Alright, I took that TV set. I am not the least bit ashamed to have one item in my home that was furnished off the street. Alright, 2 items. And a table. But so, most young couples living in New York, they purchase things off the street to furnish their homes with. And besides, if we didn't have that TV set, we wouldn't be able to watch the birthday party of the Statue of Liberty.
But it's a good thing you chose our park. Now, a lot of beginners taken in by the charms of Central Park.
I told you already we are not moving to any park.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. The view in Central Park is better. But the police there, oh, God, they wake you up all the time. They push your feet off the bench. They make you smile for the tourists taking pictures. You're just under a lot of stress there.
What are you doing?
I'm ignoring him.
Yannick, do something. Look at him.
Let's go to Sled and pretend he's not here. Come closer, pull up the coppers.
Now, the people who go to live in Central Park, they run out of steam after a month or two and move to Washington Square. But sooner or later, when they can't keep it up any longer, they end up in our park.
That's what comes with your clever ideas about picking people up.
I can't stand it any longer.
Oh, let's show him we've got class.
Well, look at me, Yannick. I am shaking all over.
Come on, don't let yourself be taken in. Just keep calm. Oh. What is going on here? I have a lecture in the morning. You stop talking all that rubbish. You know you have no right to be here.
Calm down, Yannick.
You look over here.
Now, a cabinet like that one needs to be attacked from the bottom, then it'll open. Okay. That cabinet used to be located between 2nd and 3rd Street on Avenue C. I used it in October when it rained so much.
Here, you look here. This is my PIN membership card. This right here is for the Dramatists Guild, and this is for the Authors League of America. No, you.
Shh. Did you hear that?
What was it?
Mercedes just went by. That was the second one this week. Spotted a BMW recently.
Ooh, are you afraid of the Germans too?
No. The neighborhood is getting gentrified. The rents will go up.
My God. Your dog.
Oh, are you starting that all over again?
My mother used to send my father out to get water from the street pump. We were hopelessly poor. We lived on the corner of Victorious Revolution Street. My father, he would take his bucket and he would go directly to the bar on Glorious Future Street. He'd check his bucket in there in the cloakroom, and there'd always be about 30 other buckets there. At midnight, the bar would close, and my mother, she would send me out to go get my father. I was 14 then. One night, when I was dragging my father home, he pretended not to know who I was. That was on St. Mark Street, yes, Karl Marx Street. There were no streets there. It was always so dark.
Oh, you see what you've done to my... Who are you anyhow? What did you come here for?
Anyway, a journalist, 5 years ago, from the start, he asked me whether I want to be 14 years old again. Those Germans, they just can't get us out of their hands. You see, that would be the worst joke that life could ever play on me. A person has the strength to make such a climb only once in his lifetime. But in my case, this remake of Faust, it doesn't work very well. You see, the devil was furious at me because I refused to leave Poland. So, in revenge, he screwed up my brain. Now I am 14 years old again, and I am living in their dome. I have lost everything except my accent.
There's nothing in it.
That's right. Don't worry. Your nerves will calm down once you're in the park. Hold out your hands. See?
Say what?
What do you mean, see what?
Are they shaky?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe just a little.
Is that what you call just a lethal? When I first moved to the park, my nerves were just like yours. But now take a look at my hands. How about that?
I don't know. How can I put it?
Your hands, they're shaking.
Are you kidding?
I know.
Do you think so?
Can't you say for yourself?
Well, maybe just a little. That's nothing. You should have seen it before. They'll straighten out once they get back to the park. You'll see.
Oh my God. Yannick, what if he knows that we'll wind up living in the park?
Oh, Anka, how could he know that?
Well, how did those secret policemen know that we were going to leave Poland, huh? Listen, Yannick, you have got to go to the bicycle tomorrow, right away, and tell him to give you some money so we can pay that rent. Did you hear me? All right, Yannick, what is it? What is it?
Oh, Anka. The bicycle won't lend us the money.
He promised he would.
Oh. You'll say, it seems Bisek didn't have a work permit.
What do you mean he didn't have a work permit?
A man here was using a forged card, strictly illegal. He and the Turkish worker.
Good God.
Somebody turned them in as illegal aliens. Immigration officers raided the Statue of Liberty and arrested Bisek and the Turk. In the torch.
Oh, Yannick, listen, if they get sent to Poland, they'll go to prison immediately.
Maybe not immediately.
Maybe it's punishment, Yannick.
What punishment?
Punishment that we can't slip.
Oh, God.
Yannick, listen. We have got to pray.
What?
Yes, let's pray. Come on.
Oh,
Come on, Yannick. Let's do it. Look, the Pope is in Poland. Come
But
on.
God isn't.
Yannick, come on.
Oh, Anka, what an idea.
Just do it for me as a favor.
What language are we going to pray in? In English or in Polish?
It doesn't make any difference.
Well, I don't know how to pray in English.
All right. Let's start off with our Father, who art in heaven, all right?
What are we praying for?
For us to fall asleep.
Maybe,
Maybe what?
maybe we should pray for something easier than that. But if it works, we'll ask for something more.
Okay. Right? All right. We'll pray for green coffee.
Think so?
Yes, I'm sure. Come on.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Oh, Christ.
Oh, for God's sake, don't be sacrilegious.
Oh, Anka, I'm afraid to pray for green cards.
Why, Yannick? There's nothing wrong with praying for green card. Listen, this is a... Oh, my God. Look at it.
Oh, damn, I'm knocking from below.
So what? It means we haven't fallen to the bottom yet. At least there's someone below it.
Oh, strange. It didn't occur to me until just now. In Milton, or in Baudelaire, termites, and sometimes other insects, rhythmically beat their heads against the floor to inform the hero of his imminent death. In Genet's plays. You appeared in Genet's plays, do you remember?
Yes, but I don't think the cockroaches are trying to send us any warning, Yannick. And besides, that is the old hag below us who keeps knocking.
In Goethe's Faust, knocking precedes the coming of Mephistopheles from hell.
But she is Lithuania. Why don't you write, Yannick? Dear God, just think of what the brain yours is being wasted. If only you knew how to sell those possessions of yours. We could buy a house, Yannick. Listen, if you can't write a play, at least write a line, something, anything. Like, McDonald's. We do it all for you. Or maybe our bed is standing over a vein of water, which offers the magnetic field, and the quartz causes our insomnia. Yes, let's change the position.
No. Didn't we already try that yesterday?
What? Yeah, you do not understand. This vein of water, it can follow every move that we make.
Oh,
Come on.
Come on, absurd. No.
What is that, Yannick? What is this? I bought this book. Money is my friend, and you haven't even opened it yet.
You didn't buy this book. You found it thrown out in the trash. You expect me to learn how to make money by reading a book when someone else already threw out in the garbage?
Well, maybe they threw it away because they didn't need it anymore. They already made their money, Yannick.
Anka, I wanted to tell you at first. When I came into America, I was a self-possessed man. I tried hard. If only you had behaved differently.
Me? I did everything you asked me to. You said no one can make it in America unless they're in the fund. So I took care of it. I took care of it. Now we're in the fund. We're cropping scale and no one ever calls us.
Oh, well, please don't forgive me. But I would like to remind you that it was due to me, and all the time and effort that I put into it, that the Thompsons ever came to be.
You are not starting
You know.
over again, are you?
Oh, Anka, I can't beg you. Take it of yourself. And the lace with that not
You wanted me to do something quite different.
Oh, what I asked you to
You asked me
do?
to keep my mouth shut, to not say anything but socialism, Jaruzelski, Soviet Union, Gorbachev, everything.
If you say bad things about it, they'll say you're a classic example of paranoia affecting
If
immigrants.
I say good things, they want to know why we live Poland.
That's why I asked you not to say anything at all, just to make a good impression. Oh, Anka. The Thompsons are good people. Look at them at the Pains. They could change our entire life. They could help us find a public from Randu book. They could
No, whoa, what are you talking about, Yannick? What new book? I think you
Oh, well,
don't-
you can think anything you want. Just don't say it.
That is exactly what the secret police said in Poland.
And just who do you think you are now? The conscience of the nation?
No, I'm not going to stand here and listen to this young. No.
And please don't change.
Why?
You look fine just as you are.
Why?
Oh, you should look really natural.
Why, Yannick?
To arouse their compassion.
Oh, really?
Oh, you need to listen to me. I'm talking to
Go,
you.
go,
No, don't
go.
you come back. Anka, you come back here. Anka, don't do these. Anka, come here. Oh, you know, I'm so glad you come. You know, we really appreciate that you found the time to come and pay us a visit. Welcome, welcome.
No. It's up to us to welcome you to America. Welcome, welcome. You look wonderful. The last time I saw you, you had me somewhat worried, right, dear?
Yes.
Oh, they took our fingerprints for the green card. You see, they suspect us of being spies.
Of course. I mean, I'm so sorry to hear that. All these formalities are so awful.
Oh, well, it's not that bad. You know, it's just kind of hard to get the ink off afterwards. You know. You have to-
Well, it's a very nice apartment.
Oh, we're still furnishing it. You know, we're going to put an armchair right here, and then a rug right here, and then well, another chair somewhere over here. You know,
It's already very nice, isn't it?
You know, it's-
Besides, I read in the Times that the neighborhood it's better and
Yes,
better.
yes, the neighborhood. You know, my wife is in the bathroom. Excuse me. Yes. I'll get you something to drink, and well, make yourself at home. You know, I mean.
That's very nice. I'd love a glass of tea. Water.
Okay,
Water would be great.
You should have seen our first apartment, my dear boy. Am I right, dear? I have the feeling you're going to make it here.
Did you see those people out in front of the building? I'm afraid they're going to break into our car.
You can't just dwell upon their appearances.
Well, I know, but I left my fur coat in the car. Good God!
You've got to be careful about what you say. You might hurt their feelings.
Look, there's not a single painting.
I know, but they're very brave, and I'm sure they'll get a painting soon. And don't say any good things about socialism in their presence.
Socialism is a noble idea.
No, dear, I know, but these people have been through a lot over there. If they say something good about Reagan, don't get upset.
What do you mean?
Yes, we'll invite them over. We'll introduce them. It's our moral responsibility. I mean, these people have been through a lot. They're very interesting. They have a sense of mystery about them. I mean, for example, he's written such a strange, dark novel.
You haven't even read
I'll
it.
read it over my vacation.
I'm sorry, but well, something has happened, and well, a bottle of vodka got misplaced somewhere. Oh, but I got some sleeping pills. Yes, see, I hid them from my wife. Here they are. Oh, but I guess you don't have any problem sleeping, do you?
I didn't know your wife suffered from insomnia.
Oh, no, it's nothing serious. No, my wife and I always slept together at the same time. Jeez.
That's wonderful.
Jules Freshie, China on eyes, oh, it's quite on.
By the way, we got you a couple of blankets here. We thought it might come in handy sometime, and a little something more symbolic than anything else.
Oh! I hear your wife's an actress.
Oh, geez.
My wife knows a lot of people in the theater. We'll try to help. Huh?
Oh, that would be wonderful. Anka, hurry up, will you?
Well, what type of roles does she appear in?
Mainly the classical repertoire, you know, the women in Shakespeare, you know.
Women in Shakespeare. Oh, then we've definitely got called Joe.
Does your wife have an accent?
Oh, of course. She doesn't have a green card, but she's got an accent.
Well, I mean, after all, no one knows exactly what Elizabethan English sounded like.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Is your wife a member of Equity?
I don't know about that.
Well, of course, in order to perform in New York, your wife must first become a member of Equity. But of course, in order to become a member of Equity, your wife must have performed in New York.
Of course.
Well, I mean, there is a certain way of circumventing this regulation. Could be seen as a cultural exchange between our two governments. Let's say that your wife would return to Poland, well, let's say for 1 year, and the Polish government would arrange a performance for her in New York. At the same time, inviting as a cultural exchange an outstanding American actress to perform in Warsaw. Simple!
But, we have emigrated from Poland.
Yes, that can be an obstacle.
Tell me, quite frankly, what do you think of us?
What do I think of you?
Yeah. You know, you can be straight with me. Do you like America?
Oh, we love America. You know, we think it's great country, wonderful,
Of
good.
course, but you have to understand that not everything in America is as wonderful as it looks.
No?
No. All the immigrants that come here are above all grateful, as you yourself have noticed, for the sense of freedom and security that America offers them. I mean, that's totally understandable.
Well, I should say so.
I'm connected with a publishing house which is interested in a slightly different view of America, a more complex view, a more probing view, a darker view, if you will.
I will.
A view in which will show us what we as Americans have lost. For I am of the opinion that you immigrants have something that we don't.
We do?
Yes, you do.
What is that?
A soul.
A soul?
A soul. I've spoken with my publisher. Are you interested?
And in writing a book about having a soul?
No, in a book about not having a soul.
Oh, well, I'm definitely interested. Do you think that they could give me an advance immediately?
Submit a chapter or two into it first. I'm sure you'll write it in no time at all. I mean, with all the new impressions you must be gathering, you must be a volcano of energy.
Oh, yes!
I mean, just look at the streets. Haven't you noticed?
Oh, I agree. You know, there is something missing out there. But there's a lot of wonderful things too, you know.
The dark side.
Yes, absolutely.
Just look at the subway.
Oh, I agree. All the graffiti everywhere, you know, it is hooliganism. In Poland, they would never allow it.
Now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with you
Oh,
there.
okay.
Graffiti is a popular form of true folk art which expresses the soul.
The soul?
Well, yes. In some places, still have some left.
What happened?
Nothing. I said I'd like a glass of water.
I'll give it for you.
It's a cat.
It's a rat under the bed.
Medium rat.
Did something happen?
No, nothing at all. Just a rat ran under the bed.
Oh, no, that's no rat. That's just a big mouse. No, it's no rat. No.
There, you see, honey?
It was a rat. And a very long hairless tail.
No, that was no rat. It was the mouse. You see, the mice frequently have the long hairless tails. You know, I know what I'm talking about. It's no mouse. Oh, you know, I've already started writing a book.
Oh, that's wonderful.
A book about a Polish writer who moved to New York and where he planned to kill a rich old woman who lives on Park Avenue because he argues she has no right to go on leaving.
Why does he think that?
He maintains that he knows better how to make use of her money than she does, and he's going to kill her with an axe. Although my hero owes a certain debt to Dostoevsky's hero. Although, unlike the hero in Dostoevsky's book, my hero doesn't kill the rich old woman. No. In fact, she turns out to be a rather charming old lady, and she seduces him, and then they make this love, and then they go up to Florida because here in America, the general situations and opportunities are a little different than in Russia. And then I'm going to make her do it might be in bad taste, mightn't it? That's why I stopped working on it.
It's so nice to meet you. You look wonderful. Oh, courageous people. I had no idea that your wife...
No, it's nothing serious.
Well, there are still many good roles, you know. The Glass Menagerie, Sunrise at Campobello, Richard III.
think you've gone too far. Yesterday it was Native Americans. Today it's Polish emigres. It's really too much. I'm sorry, Annika, but I can't stand compassion. And I really don't like suffering. And I hate that those yours and all these free to go up, commit frightful deeds with their hands folded in prayer, go up to Siberia and become sick. I have never wronged anybody. I don't like suffering and I don't want compassion. How very amusing I used to be when I first came to this country. I was the hit at all the parties. I'd tell jokes, I'd quote the Talmud. Oh, people would comment how brilliant I was. But now, all I want to do is cut their throats. That's why I'm going into business. Yannick, you should really submit a chapter to that man. At least write something to him. He really would like it.
You expect me to write a book about America when for over a year and a half I haven't ventured beyond 4th Avenue? Oh, Anka. When was the last time we stopped able to go to sleep?
See, when I first came to America, I couldn't sleep for something like a month. Then I couldn't, then I could again. Yannick, how long has it been since we stopped sleeping together?
385 days ago.
Well, what would be the harm in having a little gray, blue-eyed creature? Someone that would greet you every time you came home.
We don't go out anymore.
Oh, but we could make a pact with the cockroaches and say, sleep during the day and hunt at night. See, that would be great. We could get along with him. Yannick, what do you think?
I wonder how cockroaches propagate.
Come cuddle closer, Mr. Croppies.
Well, do you think that they make love in the normal way?
Oh, you know what? I bet they go off to movies. Then when they get home, they hop into bed and they kiss. What do you think?
You know, I read somewhere that all the cockroaches, they're female. They don't need the male.
No.
No, I'm serious. The cockroaches propagate by cellular division.
That is pure nonsense.
Oh, no, I read
No,
it.
you're just
No,
by
No fun, Anka.
I'm from the Central Bureau of Censorship. I mean the Office of Human Relations. I've come to invite you back to Poland. We will, of course, publish all your work.
But you have took my apartment away from me.
Oh, your apartment has been renovated. Arthur Decatur allowed himself to refurnish it Victorian style, which I remember from the last play of yours that we bond, that you like very much. Haven't you heard about all the change in our country? Haven't you been reading the New York Times? Your English must be good enough by now.
Wait a minute, you're not my real censor, sir. I would recognize my own censor, wouldn't I?
Meet Haydick. Oh, poor guy. He has been transferred. He wasn't open-minded enough. Too inflexible. We are training him. Here are 2 plane tickets for you and your wife. First class, of course. And for the gasoline coupons for the first 2 years.
Well, I appreciate it very much.
You're very welcome.
Listen, I don't know how to put this, but you know, I've seen this all before, you know.
You have got no conscience.
Yes, I do.
No, you have got no conscience.
Well, maybe I don't have a conscience, but I've got a memory.
Oh, well, maybe you've got a memory. But you'll never write anything in the States.
And what makes you so sure?
I've gone through all your notes. They don't lead anywhere. Oh, except maybe to the Lower East Side. And let me tell you in confidence, 2,000 dissident immigrants, all of them prominent, have just been put on a boat in the Moscow leaving for New York. And they're all carrying the very same stuff you brought. And I've gone through all their notes too. And I can tell you they're all very talented. Whatever you say, Gogol, Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, that is some heritage. Maybe you can help me find a publisher. I wish all of them the best of luck. We believe that a short stay on the Lower East Side is a priceless experience for our free thinkers. Oh, no. Are you sure? Listen. If you want to stay, let's go to pieces together. Hey, I know the American market. Oh, I'll be your agent. Oh, yes. Oh, we don't want to crack up in this nasty room, do we? Ooh. You call my secretary. Hey, we'll do lunch.
Anka! Anka, get up! Anka, I think I had a nightmare!
Kid, what is it?
Get up! I had a nightmare!
Oh, that's great! That means you were asleep, Yannick. Yes, that is wonderful. That means everything will be alright. You can start running again. Out.
What are you doing, Anka?
Look, we're packing, Yannick.
Again?
Yes, say, don't say anything, Yannick. Just be quiet.
We can't go back!
Don't say anything.
They won't let us in!
They will.
Well, even if they do let us in, they'll never let us in!
They won't.
Oh, Anka, just when we thought we could make it here, we'll lose all our contacts! They'll say we're going back because we're failures!
We are failures here, Yannick.
They'll laugh at us!
So they laugh at us.
What about the apartment?
What about you? We'll stay with dreams, alright?
What about the plane tickets?
Yannick, the plane tickets can be arranged for Polish jobs, remember? We are now dealing with Poland. Everything can be arranged. Alright? You'll start writing again, I'll go back on the stage, everything will be fine, Yannick.
Oh, Anka, they won't publish anything.
But at least you'll have something to write about. Look, most of our belongings, they fit into one suitcase.
Oh, I don't know. This is not possible,
Why not?
Anka. If we're going to go, we have to call first.
Oh, you know, Yannick, that reminds me. You can dial Poland just by dialing the country code now. And the rates are much cheaper.
How much?
$1.20 per minute, I think.
You call that cheap? That's $4.20 for 3 minutes.
Oh, no. It's 40 cents for each additional minute. So it comes up to be like $2.20 for 3 minutes or something. But look, Yannick, we're going to be so happy again. Everybody will be glad to see us, all our friends. Here, let's call Zurich.
No.
Where's my address?
Zurich is in Australia.
Not Zurich.
Yes, Zurich. You haven't been to Australia.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, how is he doing there?
Very well.
Good. You acting?
No, he's a gas station attendant.
At least he has the work permit.
Yeah, well, it's easier to get a work permit in Australia.
Oh. Well, here, let's call Anses.
Anze, he's in
Yes.
Paris.
Oh. Well, Boscha.
Boscha. No. Boscha's in prison.
What about Baltic?
What hangs himself?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Maybe Reshek.
What are you talking about?
No.
Rashek became a collaborator. Nobody would even shake his hand. Here. Arenya. Yes, Arenya. We'll call her.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Now listen, Anka, his wife said called Irene the other day and she hung up on him.
So what?
No, she's scared and sick. She just got out of the plane. No, leave her alone.
Listen, Yannick. I can understand her not wanting to talk to the bicycle. But I was her best friend, alright?
Anka, listen. No, don't call her.
Look.
No, Anka.
Keep
Anka.
Yannick,
You know, they say I'm working for the CIA.
I forgot. Maybe you should call the CIA and come for your check.
Anka, don't call her. No, she'll feel bad if she hangs up on you. No, Anka, she'll get in trouble. Her phone is bad. Who are you calling? You tell me. Who are you calling?
It is 12:25 in Poland. I just called.
12:25.
We're 12:26 now, probably. Now this is a secret, okay? Tomorrow, I have an audition. Well, maybe not tomorrow, because I'm not quite ready yet. But anyway, it is to be a stand-up comedian, like you see on TV. All right, now brace yourself. This is a very funny joke. A blind man and a man with only one eye were crossing the river in a boat. The blind man, he did the rowing, and the man with only one eye, he did the steering. Now when they got to the middle of the river, the blind man accidentally swung his oar and hit the man with one good eye in his good eye. Well, this is the end, said the man who used to have a good eye. But the blind man Thinking they had reached the shore, he jumped out of the boat. You think